Wow. What a star. Sports Tonight on Channels Television. We're reviewing the African Wrestling Championships. Yeah, we've heard from the chairman of the LOC. We've heard from the president of Nigeria Wrestling Federation. The participants from other countries, what are they saying after competing at the African Wrestling Championships? Let's listen to them.
It's good exposure. Our athletes are the first time, most of them are first time in international games, but they have learned more. We have to put more effort. We have won some medals, silver and bronze, but we'll put more effort to gain more.
Very and extremely challenging, but above all, it was good and beautiful. I love about Nigeria, the people and the cars, they are very nice. Very friendly people, very much impressed to my fullest. I've never seen a country like this, beautiful, friendly people. I love them. Very much developing. In fact, I've learned some lessons I'll take back to Kenya. We improve us, and everything is going up.
So that's it. John Omondi didn't just come to wrestle. He came to also, see ways that they can also develop wrestling in Kenya. And then he said it. Nigerians, lovely and friendly people, and that's not the first person saying it. Everybody come here and they say Nigeria is doing so well in terms of hospitality. Let's talk about Nigeria's male wrestlers. Amas Daniel finally got back his throne after 2 years.
After 2 years, he lost both years, but he wasn't feeling too well. The first one, he was down with malaria. This last time, he had his shoulder issues, and this year he came back and got back his throne, his crown. He's now a 6-time African champion.
Wow.
But he knows, I always push him, he knows that Africa is too small for him now. He's got to elevate his wrestling. He needs a world medal. He needs an Olympic medal, and he's aware of it.
That's right. Another person that also, he says that that's what he needs. That's the target before he wraps up his wrestling. He needs to get an Olympic gold medal. Let's talk about Melvin Bibo. He does it so easily.
Melvin was so dominant at 86. I was surprised because he was wrestling at 74. Wow. I thought he would go to 79. He jumped 79, went to 86, and dominated. Didn't get a point scored on him in the whole tournament against actually very competent opponents. And he's not a young man, but his experience is very driven. Goes out and gets the job done. I was very impressed with him.
I think Emmanuel John also needs more of this experience.
Emmanuel John does. I saw his match against Egypt in the finals, which was a nail-biter. We had to even protest it because it was going to Egypt on criteria. And we knew that he had a caution against him. A caution is higher than a point any day, and the referees didn't catch that, so we had to protest to win it. He is improving every day. He needs to improve. He's young. Himself and Mercy Genesis were two of the athletes we took to the Junior Olympic qualifiers about 4 years ago. Now he's in the national team. Mercy Genesis is in the national team. Yeah. And that is why it's so important to start these athletes at that base, the cadet base. Look at the cadet base now being our national team athletes. I'm excited for them.
Wow, really excited. We'll go to that cadet base where in the junior categories, Sumisola has actually qualified for the Youth Olympics. We'll talk about that also. But let's talk about some of the guys that the crowd expected them to go all the way and do something. Soso Tamara and Seneve Botich.
Soso for me was, I wouldn't say it was a letdown. I expected him to do better. We lost to that same kid last year in Blackburn. But Soso didn't train well. This time he was well trained. And he lost matches on criteria. Both times he lost to this kid. He lost to this kid twice in this tournament. I actually penciled him down for a gold medal. With the preparations we had, I knew it was going to blow him away. And he was winning all the time. So it's something that we need to fix. Seneve didn't use the crowd, the support of the crowd. That was a young Egyptian kid, he was a junior champion last year. So I expected the experience to come in. But you see, I'm so impressed with all of them. 4 gold medals from the boys.
Yeah.
When last did we win 4 gold medals?
Because I'm always asking, what about the men? What about the men? What's going on? And then they stepped up for... They didn't just step up in the freestyle. So even think about it, in the seniors, we will get a gold medal in Greco-Roman.
And it was not a fluke.
Ooh.
He beat everybody. He beat Egypt handily. He beat Tunisia. He beat Algeria. Those are the best guys in that weight class. I'm going to send that kid to Cuba. I'm going to keep him there for as long as he has to stay. Emmanuel Warrior. Warrior is going to go places. Remember, he was the only Greco-Roman athlete that also won a gold medal at the Africa Games. So it's no fluke. The kid deserves it. He's powerful. He's confident. He goes out and pummels the hell out of these guys, gets them exhausted. He dances. He's dancing while he's wrestling. I mean, this was just superlative by every standard. The athletes just completely blew me out of the water.
So let's go back to the grassroots. That's the level at which we discover talents. We mentioned Sumisola Balogun, who has qualified for the Olympics. And good thing we had this to actually discover what can the federation now do to get more Sumisolas.
Well, there are quite a number of them actually. The good thing with our youth team is we just got them at the Wiki tournament and came to camp just 1 month. So a lot of them came into freestyle not long ago and won bronze medals, some won a match. We're going to catch up with the likes of South Africa, Algeria, Egypt in no distant time with the young ones. Because the truth about the Nigerian athlete is that we're physically endowed. We have the physical endowment. It's just the technical aspect and the support that they need. I mean, if I could go to Canada after 90-something years of them being in the Olympics and be the first to win an Olympic gold medal for them, it speaks volumes. And you have a lot of little Daniel Egales. It's the exposure, it's the financial wherewithal to push, to send them to different places. The good thing is we had a discussion, in fact, with the President, United World Wrestling Africa. And he wants, if it's even tomorrow, to send Sumisola to El Jadida, where we have the African Center. Wow. He's prepared to foot all our bills. Wow. That is another Nigerian we have in Moroccan skin. He supports everything Nigerian, and he has told me, any Nigerian athlete that needs training, they have a beautiful center. They have good coaches, good Cuban coaches. He's prepared to foot all their bills to come and stay there for as long as they want. And we're going to exhaust all the opportunities. And
I remember the River State government also mentioned that we mentioned the possibility of having a wrestling training center also.
We've concluded negotiations with the International Wrestling Federation, and especially with the African Wrestling Union, headed by Mr. Fuad Mescoud, to build a center of excellence in female wrestling. And it's going to be in Port Harcourt. But you know, we're also building a center in Bayelsa. The governor of Bayelsa State is building a center in Bayelsa. We need more centers. With 180 million people, we probably need 10 centers in Nigeria. Wrestling will take over virtually every sport in Nigeria, and that is what I want to see. 1,000 mats should be in every school. Because it's man's oldest sport. What else are we waiting for?
And this time you're not fighting for a wife. You're fighting for pride and glory. Daniel Egale, in 1 minute, before we wrap up this segment, what has it been for you, Nigeria hosting this African Wrestling Championship?
It's been amazing. The most amazing experience I've had since I've been involved with Nigerian Wrestling Federation. We have a crop of young athletes that are going to be the stars of the future. We have the likes of the governor of River State, who's ready to fund the national team. We have Governor Dixon, who's ready to fund the national team. Wow. The federal government is doing their bit. We now need corporations. That's right. We need individuals. The Nigeria Wrestling Federation needs upwards of 500 million naira every year to get it done. So we call on sponsors to do what
we must say thank you so much, Daniel Happy Man Egale.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for coming on the show. So that's it. Wrestling has given us so much reasons to talk about after Nigeria hosted the African Wrestling Championships. Let's go on this break now. When we come back, we'll get on with the show. Don't go anywhere. Stay.